You call them your thoughts, but notice something simple. You didn't choose the next one. It appeared, fully formed, uninvited. Then another followed, and another. Some agree with each other, some contradict each other, some argue back and forth inside your head. And somehow, you claim ownership over the entire conversation. This is rarely examined because it feels intimate, personal, private. These are my thoughts. This is who I am. But look carefully. If you didn't choose the thought, on what basis do you call it yours? Most people answer this question emotionally, not logically. They say, because I feel identified with it. But identification is not evidence of authorship. Dreams feel real while they are happening too. That does not make them deliberate. The mind is extremely good at retroactive ownership. A thought appears, then a sense of me forms around it. Then the thought is defended. This defense is automatic. You protect opinions you never consciously selected. You argue for beliefs you inherited. You justify reactions that arose before awareness. And the more you defend them, the more solid the identity feels. This is why thinking feels so personal. Not because it is chosen, but because it is defended. The real shock for most people is not realizing that thoughts appear automatically. The shock is noticing how aggressively they are protected. Notice how uncomfortable it feels when one of your core beliefs is questioned. The body tightens, the chest contracts, the jaw stiffens. That reaction does not come from logic. It comes from identity being threatened. Because if the thought is not you, then what exactly are you defending? This is where the mind usually retreats. It says, okay, but I still need my thoughts to function. That's true. Thought is a tool, but a tool is not an owner. The problem begins when the tool is mistaken for the self. Then every thought becomes personal. Every disagreement becomes dangerous. Every challenge feels like an attack. And life turns into a constant process of mental self-defense. Seeing this does not require changing your thoughts. It requires noticing your relationship to them. But that noticing is deeply unsettling because it removes the ground where identity has been standing. And once that ground starts to loosen, there is no quick replacement.